Yes. I can be very specific around our work in this one, which is that, and in fact, I think it complements the fact that it's working in two spaces. So, like I said, our technology is all about bringing atoms and molecules to life, and it's built on research-grade science. So our big driver around that is how can you give something to students that is an environment for them to explore that's not built on misconception. So with science learning, you get a lot of this is what we're going to teach you for this exam right now, and then you go on to the next phase, and then it's actually forget all that stuff you just learned. We're going to teach you the next thing. We're going to teach you the next thing. It's almost like not giving the kids the respect that they could actually deal with some of the real stuff. And you actually can. You just have to deliver it in a different way. It has to be, we do it by making it visual, and so. So our innovation started, in fact, from a science. Well, it started in a science lab. So it was kind of the underpinnings of it are all about how a scientist predicts molecular behaviour. Although they didn't really care about how you deliver that, how you show it, and from that it turned into a kind of science communication project, which then turned into an education project because we were noticing how much impact it was having within schools, and then. What's been really interesting is because we've developed something that is then more understandable, so taking the complex stuff and making it and kind of hiding bits of complexity where necessary, but making it really palatable and accessible. The research world now has kind of seen what we're doing in education and go, oh, we want this. And so that even in itself has gone, well, what we can develop in terms of our specific innovation for education is actually really interesting for the research world as well. So you've got, that's still that's a very specific innovation, like I said, but in fact that gives it the power because it means you've then got this kind of full feedback between what's going on in education, what's going on in industry, what's going on in research, and in fact that can feed each other. There's all sorts of exciting things you can then do with the fact that something's working in education and something's working in industry, because you can then use that as a portal to kind of crowdsource scientific problem solving. So it's interesting that it's kind of we have done that process, and then the other thing as well in terms of we're using just the hardware. We use gaming technology. We use virtual reality and different types of hardware. So that even in itself, again, is what has given both some of the education stuff and some of the research work that we do the wow factor that's really kind of lifted it off the ground. So we do a lot of pulling innovation from one place to another. And we've done the same thing in terms of practice and process as well. So lots of co-creation process, taking artistic practice and applying that to scientific kind of innovation, which is really interesting, and then also just pulling in lots of multidisciplinary people. And for us, that's where you get the really interesting things. So it is about taking these kind of little innovations in different fields and bringing them together.